Hi everyone, myself Konda Krishnudu, Assistant Professor of Physics, Department of Science and Humanities, MLR Institute of Technology, Hyderabad. Today I am going to talk about optical fibers. So coming to today's overview of the presentation, today I am going to discuss introduction and principle of optical fiber. After that, optical fiber communication system, and then advantages and disadvantages, and finally applications of optical fibers. Now coming to the introduction, as we discussed in the previous sessions, what is an optical fiber, the simple structure and principle of optical fiber. Now optical fibers are very thin, flexible, dielectric waveguides. They are used to transfer information in the form of light from one place to another place without much loss in energy. The simple structure of optical fiber consists of three layers. The middle layer of the optical fiber is core. Core is surrounded by the another cylindrical layer called cladding. Both core and cladding are protected by the third layer called jacket protection. Refractive index of the core is considered as N1. Refractive index of cladding is considered as N2. Coming to the principle of optical fiber works on the principle of total internal reflection. Total internal reflection. Because of this principle only, it is capable of transferring information at high speed. The two basic conditions required for total reflection is N1 should be greater than N2, that is refractive index of the core medium should be greater than refractive index of cladding. The second condition is angle of incidence at core cladding boundary must be greater than critical angle. When these two conditions are satisfied, in that case light beam propagates through the core of the optical fiber by the process called total internal reflection. This is introduction to optical fibers. That is what we discussed in the previous session. Now coming to today's topic, that is optical fiber communication system. So optical fiber communication system mainly consists of three parts. One is transmitter. The second part is waveguide, and the third part in the optical fiber communication system is receiver. Now, so what is the role of optical fiber in fiber optical communication system? By seeing this block diagram, you can understand the role of optical fibers. So optical fiber, simply it acts as a guiding medium. It guides light through it from transmitter to receiver. That is why it is called waveguide. So in this case, waveguide is nothing but an optical fiber which carries information in the form of light from transmitter to receiver. And the first part of the optical fiber communication system is transmitter, and the third part is receiver. Now coming to the transmitter block of optical fiber communication system. First of all, let us consider that some program is going on. One person is giving speech. So those speech signals are considered as analog signals. Those speech signals are considered as analog signals. These analog signals are going to convert into digital signals with the help of encoder. So encoder is a combinational circuit which converts analog information into digital pulses representing zeros and ones. After that, these digital pulses are going to feed into the light source here. So light source, generally in this case LED, either LED or laser diodes are used. In the case of optical fiber communication system, particularly in the transmitter block, in the place of light source, either LED or laser diodes are used. So most of the times LED emits light in the visible region. Sometimes it also emits light in the invisible region, that is infrared rays. So the information finally is going to convert into light. The information is finally going to convert into light with the help of this light source. So this information in the form of light will fed into the optical fiber. As we discussed earlier, by the process called total internal reflection, it will carry the information through its core, and finally the information will be received at the receiver. Now coming to the receiver block. The receiver block consists of photodetector or photocell here. So this is photodetector or photocell. So what is photodetector? The name itself implies that photodetector detects the light which is received by the receiver, and it converts these light pulses into electrical pulses. Conversion of light signals into electrical signals takes place with the help of this photodetector. In this case, photodiodes are used as photodetectors. Now these electrical signals are going to be amplified with the help of amplifier. So amplification is nothing but the process of strengthening the signals. When light is moving from transmitter to receiver, signals weakening takes place. To strengthen these signals, here the process of amplification will be done by this amplifier, and then finally the shaper circuit will put all those signals in particular order, and these signals are going to fed into the decoder. Here the functioning of decoder is exactly opposite to the functioning of encoder in the transmitter. Decoder converts the digital pulses into analog signals. Means original speech signals. Here we are sending speech signals from the transmitter. Not only speech signals, whatever may be the input signal, those signals are going to convert finally into light in the transmitter block. That light will be carried through optical fibers from transmitter to receiver, and finally the output of the receiver is nothing but the original signal which is sent at the transmitter end. That is, original signals will be reproduced at the receiver end, which are sent at the transmitting side. That is how the process of information carrying takes place in the case of optical fiber communication system with the help of optical fibers. That is possible because of their principle called total internal reflection. Now coming to the applications of optical fibers in different fields. Optical fibers have vast amount of applications in different fields of science and technology. Now let us discuss one by one. Coming to the first application, optical fibers are used in the field of internet. In the field of internet, they are used to carry large amount of data with high speed. Optical fibers carries large amount of data with high speed. They will carry large amount of data because they are carrying information at optical frequency. 10 power 14 hertz. Optical fibers are carrying information in the form of light, means electromagnetic waves. So at what frequency they are carrying information? At 10 power 14 hertz, which is called as optical frequency, which is very high. That is why optical fiber carries more information. At the same time, it will carry that information very fast. That is the first and foremost application. And then next, coming to the application of optical fiber in medical field. So even in medical field also, optical fibers have so many applications. One of the main application is that they are used in optical fiber endoscopes. Optical fiber endoscopes are the devices which makes use of optical fibers, through which one can see the internal organs of the body for treatment. Next, automotive industry. Even in automotive industry also optical fibers are used. Particularly, optical fiber cables transmit signals between different parts of vehicles at lightning speed. This makes them invaluable use of safety applications such as airbags and traction control. So, in the field of automobile also, these optical fibers plays an important role. And next, communication system. Just now we discussed in the previous slide elaborately about optical fiber communication system. In that case, optical fibers are used to transfer information from transmitter to the receiver. Next, coming to the next application, the applications in the field of military and space. So, actually, there is high security for the data which is transferred through optical fibers. Because of that reason, they are used in the field of medicine, in the field of military and space. Coming to the optical fiber sensors or optical sensors. You know, sensors are the devices which gives output based on the input. So, particularly without in touch with the surroundings, these sensors are capable of giving output. Examples: temperature sensor, pressure sensor, etc. In these temperature and pressure sensors, optical fibers are used. Based on the input given, they will take the output and they will give the output. So, like that, optical fiber sensors gives information about different parameters. Next, coming to mechanical inspections. Optical fibers are also used for mechanical inspections. So, particularly they are used to inspect inaccessible areas. In the field of engineering, they are used for pipe inspection or pipe inspection for plumbers. So, if there is any fault in the piping system, so then with the help of these optical fibers, one can find those faults and they will modify them. And finally, optical fibers also find applications in lighting and decorations. In households, we use it to see the lighting decorations. So, that is possible with the help of optical fibers. So, like that, so many applications are there for optical fibers in different fields of science and technology. That's all for the day, where we discussed about introduction and principle of optical fiber in brief, and particularly elaborately we discussed about optical fiber communication system, which is consisting of a transmitter, a waveguide and receiver, and the functioning of elements under each like transmitter, waveguide and receiver. And finally, we discussed the applications of optical fibers in various fields of science and technology. Continuation to this, we are going to discuss one more important topic in the next class, that is losses in optical fibers. So, generally, optical fibers carries information without much loss in energy from one place to another place because of their principle called total internal reflection. So, even though we are saying that there are no losses, losses always will be there. Those losses are categorized into different types. That losses we are going to discuss in the next class. Thank you.